Hey, Scott Russell, let's have a little chat about money. I'm getting people asking the question of what should I do with my finances? How can I prepare? And there's plenty of videos I've put on there and others put out on those sorts of things with my thoughts, but I wanted to sort of just catch a bit more of that today and maybe point out a few things. And it's funny that some people are saying, I don't have any money, so it's great to tell people to buy gold, but what do you do if you don't have money? And be at peace. Some people like that, think about it. If you don't have money, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to worry about losing it. And it's the people that have a lot that stand to lose a lot. And you're already used to living, some of us surviving and finding a way of getting through and doing. So it's kind of a broad spectrum. There's no one answer for all. And I think I can only talk about the areas that I've earned the right to talk about. And that's understanding ourselves, to understand how to position ourselves spiritually and mentally. Then you can walk through anything. I've experienced losing everything. And I can tell you that when you lose everything that's dear to you, what matters most is your peace of mind, your peace of spirit. And this is a great time to prepare. You know what's coming, and if you are afraid of what's coming, then you've not, don't prepare in fear. Don't let fear be your motivator, let faith be your motivator. I'm down here at a dam in the city that I'm in, and I know so many folks, including myself, I've probably had 4 dreams of a dam cracking and then bursting, and when it burst it just swept everything in its path away, and people jumped out of the way and just survived. When a dam bursts, you're not too worried about your chickens. When a dam bursts, you're not too worried about anything. The first thing you think about is yourself, and the second thing you're thinking about is those that you love and care for. And so many different ones just in the last few weeks come back with the same sorts of dreams of dams breaking and water, and it's spiritual. I believe dreams are spiritual. It's like a warning telling us, going out and saying there is about to be that tsunami of everything that's been dear to us being swept away. You can spend your life trying to hold on to that, but stand in front of this dam when the gates open and try to hold back what's coming. You can be a pillar of strength, you can be the greatest investment advisor, you can be but when that dam opens or bursts, God forbid, everything in its path is swept away. How do you prepare for that? I think the best part is to understand there's no final answer but God. Oh, he's God. Yeah, get over it, right? I mean, we all have inside of us that pulling, the knowing that there's more. And I think if I was to know that this dam was about to break, firstly, I probably wouldn't be standing here. And secondly, I would be doing what I'm doing, telling people this dam's about to break. If I could see cracks in the dam, I'd be doing what I'm doing, putting videos out saying there's cracks in the dam, and if you choose to see it or not see it, that's on you. And people are wanting to say, well, how do I keep my house that's underneath the dam wall? How do I protect my family that's underneath the dam wall? And the best thing you can do is know that you can't. Is to know that you can keep yourself. Everything you know and everything of your way of life will change. And they've created it that way. They've made it that way. It's purposed that way by what these people are doing. So if you're at peace in yourself, you can walk through anything. And I've walked some pretty extreme circumstances and situations over the last 20 years. I've walked not knowing where my next meal's coming from. I've walked not knowing where I'm going to sleep that night, and I've done it with 8 children. And you can say, oh, that's terrible. No. If you knew the whole situation, you know it's not. But we never missed a meal. We ate great, and we never slept in the car. God always did it. And it was in preparation for this day and to be able to tell you that God's got you. But you got to let go. And too many of us are holding on to things we shouldn't be holding on to. I remember asking God, why am I, I help all these other people get to where they're going. How come I'm not on that same level? And, where's all the money? And it's like God would say, Scott, why would I give you, or why would you want what I've told you is going away? Not to say that we shouldn't do things, and I'm doing things, but be creative in that. Let the creativity of your spirit and your heart flow in what God wants, because that's where you meet God. That's where the romance of God is. Let God romance you, then let that flow out to those around you. Those around you that are supposed to be part of that will feel that romance, will enter that romance, will be that romance of life. Then when the dam breaks, you have a community of people, a community of like-minded love that will do anything for you, and you would do anything for them. And it's a beautiful time. I mean, children. I have watched my children I'm going to do another video on kids. But it's very important that we equip our children spiritually and mentally to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. Some of my sons now, or my children, I don't father them so much as mentor them. And I'm mentoring them knowing that a dam's about to burst. And if I have them dependent on me and I get swept away, what have they got? They have to know for themselves how to stand. And that means sometimes as a parent, letting your child take a path that would not be your first choice. But I can see that as I'm doing that, some of them are standing. One of my sons, actually, as I let go of him, and he was the prodigal son, in one sense, he died. But I'd already said, God, even if these children of mine, whatever it takes, wherever you need to take them, just let them find you and be able to stand up in the knowledge that you've got their life. Daniel, my second eldest son, died twice. While he was dead, he had an after-death experience of being in the darkness that surrounded him and what he described as demons coming at him, and a light and God coming and speaking to him and telling him about the future and telling him what was going to unfold for his life, and almost giving him the choice. You're going to go back and live what you're supposed to be living, or you can stay here. And he obviously chose to come back, and he was in the hospital at the time in Portugal. And he's a man who's living for what's coming. He's a man who's now not dependent on me. He fellowships with me. We're one in spirit, but he's his own man, as am I. That's our kids, that's our life, that's you, that's me. We need to stand on our own 2 feet. You need to know you're loved. You need to know God cares for you. You need to know you can do this. You can do this. Because if you couldn't, you wouldn't be here. But things are going to change. You're going to lose some of your control. Some of the things that you've been able to hold through fear, you're going to have to let go and let them be there because of love. Let the people be in your life that choose you, that want to be there because of love, not because you do what they say or they do what you say. Let love be what we follow, and everything will work out fine. God bless you.